So what made you just pick this game up?
Halloween. It's been a long time since I played it, and I'm like, you know what? Last year I did Resident Evil, but nothing has really ever been quite as intense of a horror experience in video game form for me than this game.
So you
and it's the one game that I always regret selling.
So you have played like all the way through it?
Oh yes, many times.
So you know what's up.
I know what's up. You will find out what's up.
I have no idea what's up.
I'll be very sad if this game doesn't actually work. It just arrived from Amazon yesterday, and I have not had a chance to test it out.
I'm sure. Well, you said you didn't have a GameCube, right?
Yeah.
Well, then how could you test it out?
Yeah, exactly. It's working so far.
Just how spoopy is this game?
It is not absolutely horrifying, but it is chilling.
So it's a bit spooky, but how spoopy is it?
It's all of the spoopy. Okay, are we going with the internet's literal definition, which would be like kind of cheesy in attempts to be scary? Because it is definitely not that. Okay. I actually feel like it's a genuine horror experience. It may not be the most terrifying game, like it's not as full of jump scares and like blood exploding out of your face kind of stuff.
Blood exploding out of your face isn't scary.
Yeah, it's a psychological experience, which is appropriate because this is the first game I ever played where you had a sanity meter.
Oh, okay. Did you ever like play Amnesia or anything like that?
No, I heard decent things about it. I've never actually played it before.
It's the only game I've ever played with a sanity meter, but pretty much the only thing that happens in it is this something that should be... Is this worth watching, or should I push a button?
You can watch it.
The game hasn't started yet. This is probably just a preview.
Yeah. Oh man, this brings back all of the memories. This is like middle school video gaming for me. And this game, for anyone on the interwebs who is interested in this story, was actually bought for me by mistake by someone who thought they were buying me the Baldur's Gate game, and they were not.
It doesn't look much like Baldur's Gate.
Well, the front of it kind of had similar, like, female heroine kind of facing away from the camera with kind of vague light source somewhere in the background behind her. I can understand how the mistake had been made, but it was definitely a game that was rated M, which I would not have been able to buy on my own at the time.
Yeah. I don't have a memory card plugged in.
But, we just kind of rolled with it, and it ended up being one of the better video gaming experiences that I have had.
Did you play it with the lights off at night?
On occasion.
That's how all psychological... I just hit the microphone. That probably sounded terrific.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So for any of you joining us here, hello internets, and welcome back to Paul and Ken Never Finish a Game.
That's what this is going to be titled now. Yeah, one thing, the audio quality on our last thing was kind of borked up for some reason. It still works, but not so great. It should be fixed now. So
it's appropriate that it was borked up, though, because our most fearsome enemies were all dog-related. So there would have been a lot of borking.
Bork, bork, bork. Or one-ones if you're Japanese.
Flesh. Bone. Bound together with the oddest magical incantation. This wretched book is where it all began.
Magical's go to the case, so you know.
Yeah, it's one of those games.
Before time. Before humanity. I am Dr. Edward Roivas. I am a clinical psychologist. I am also dead. This is not my story, nor even the story of the Roivas family. It is the story of humanity. Like it or not, believe it or not, as you will.
Was this only on Nintendo
systems? Will not
systems?
change reality.
I believe it was only for
Simply
GameCube.
color it.
Huh.
This was back before they
Humanity has been
had
on the edge of extinction
the
for 2
distinction
millennia.
between one game system and
Ignorant
another
of
as
so
far as what
much,
games were
and
released.
dependent on so
Well, it's like usually the more mature rated
Guardians
games
grow
were ported
restless.
to GameCube instead of
Their
just
time
GameCube
was
exclusive,
gained
unless it's Resident Evil,
here.
because they were the
Whether
only
by
ones that got the
fate or
remake.
misfortune,
I was never aware of
my
it being
family
released
has
for
crossed
anything
their
else.
path. and they didn't take kindly.
Resident Evil or Eternal Darkness?
Eternal Darkness. In fact, I
Their
think I
attention
remember
turns to
looking
my
this up, and
granddaughter.
immediately
For
this
she
was
is
the
the
only thing
last
that
of
came
my
up with the
line.
result was GameCube.
And the last hope for humanity.
By the way, you start in media res here, so have fun getting eaten.
Oh. It's okay, I'm really good at video games. Not even, it doesn't even tell me how to shoot anything. What button does what? Ah.
So you got it.
How do I reload? I just...
Good job.
Is there a run button?
I believe B.
I know how to play this game.
So you're aiming, but then select, then hit arrow buttons, and it'll aim at different body parts. So it automatically aims at the chest, and if you aim up, it'll automatically target the head for you.
Okay.
Or you could choose, like, if you're fighting with a sword, you could target them and then target their limbs and, like, cut each arm off, and then they can't really hurt you.
Where's my tutorial? I at least want a controller map on the screen or something.
It didn't matter because it was a dream.
Well, I won the dream.
So, funny story, the time 333 is very significant in this game, which has real-world context.
Is it
because-
repeating, of course?
Hello?
Sure.
Miss Alexandra Roivas?
Let's do this. The order
Yeah,
Jenkins.
who's this?
This is Inspector LaGrasse of the Rhode Island Police. I'm sorry to disturb you, but there's been an accident with your grandfather.
I'll be on the next flight out.
Wait, I didn't even tell you what it was.
Click.
Ah, Miss Roivas, I'm pleased to meet you. I trust you had a pleasant trip?
Yes, I suppose so, considering.
Yes, my condolences. This is most unpleasant. It's a shame we couldn't meet under brighter circumstances.
Yes, it is. Can we get this over with, please?
Of course. This way.
Whatever it is that we're
But I
doing.
must warn you, it's not a pleasant sight. I'm afraid there's not much to see.
It's no big deal. I've seen worse.
Miss Roivas, is that your grandfather, Edward?
Yes, it's him. He's wearing our family ring. I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no, we can't check dental records. There's no head. Now, none of this makes sense. There's no sign of intrusion, and there was certainly a lot of force used here. I have never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force. We have no evidence except for the body, and what's left doesn't say much. Ugh, we don't have a single clue.
Well, you better find out who did this. I'm not leaving Rhode Island until you do. There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I. I wish I had some.
So here, let me tamper with the crime scene.
It's okay. I'm related to the victim, so it doesn't matter if I touch anything.
Ah, yes. You have the family fingerprints.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Are you not going to read out loud for everyone?
Oh, not this one. I'll do the next one.
Okay. we'll fix it in post.
I was already halfway through it. Okay, so A is attack. R is ready stance. Nothing else seems to do anything outside of combat. Cool. I'm good to go.
I swear there is a run button, though.
It's not B. It's definitely not B. B is the action button.
B is the examine button.
Yes, the action button. L is run.
Okay.
Zoom. What's Z? Z does nothing.
Not yet, at least.
Z does nothing. What?
Z is to turn on the goggles.
But they don't do anything.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
What am I doing in here? Why am I here?
You're looking for clues.
Oh, I thought it was... Do I know this place?
This is your grandfather's home. So you're, like, the investigation's basically done. They didn't find anything. You're trying to find whatever they missed.
Well, I've never been here before.
This is your grandfather's house. You clearly have been here before.
Man, I never even liked the guy. Oh. Okay. Crank is doing a thing. Yes, Alex will adjust the mirror. I seem to be missing something.
So it will become obvious to you when it is the appropriate time to use this puzzle. If it is not obvious that it is the appropriate time,
No, I
it's
think
probably not.
I think I'm getting it. Just a few more turns. Okay.
You got it. Good job.
Yes!
Good job, man.
See, I told you I'm good at this game. Oh. Those camera angles. There are a lot of cranks in here. That's pretty.
Now, Grandpa knew a lot of old ladies, so.
Grandpa told me he had a whispering problem.
Or at least that's what he said. What I think he said. He was whispering at the time. I'm really glad this game addressed my obsession with adjusting clocks when I find them. Just let me walk up to it. Should I change the time on this?
Is there a purpose for this? Do I need to set to
There
3:33?
is.
Aha!
There was, outside of me saying it, there was another clue hidden in the mansion. The clock in the main entryway, I believe, was stuck on 333 permanently.
Oops. What is it with horror games and clocks getting stuck on certain times?
I mean, it's one of the easiest ways to insert numerical puzzles.
You could use a calculator or a...
I feel like there are too many things you can look up with a calculator.
This doesn't look important.
Yeah. The being a different color and shape and everything else in the room
Yeah, nah.
tells you that it's really unimportant.
Oh, there's too many things to read. Diabolic mesmering sight.
It's a tower of corpses.
That's a shiny sword. I want that shiny sword.
No, but it's a different color and shade than the rest of the room, so it's not
Oh,
important.
forget it. Oops.
You didn't need that. Why did
no,
you...
I picked it up by accident. Different stuff.
This is how to use things.
Thank you. Cool
That
beans.
actually is kind of important.
Why, being able to do this?
Yeah, because you will need to know.
Mine now.
And such.
This is normal. Most people... I mean, I'd walk around my house with a sword if I had one. Alright, fine. I'll look at the book. Nah.
Reading things is a bad idea in this game.
Reading is for nerds.
I'm an egghead.
Oh.
Ironically, you deciding to read the book is one of the few things that you're
Oh,
not
it's
going to
Cthulhu.
have to read out loud to everyone.
Nice.
I had no knowledge of what was to come, nor did I care. How the knowledge changed me, it will also change you. As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have. You too will come to understand, or you will perish.
I don't get it.